What's going on, you beautiful people? It's your boy Vin in the house. We got another one coming for you beautiful people tonight. As you can see up there, dear listener, this is the Rock of Ages. The Rock of Ages, they are a Patreon alliance. Sign up Patreon, $1, and then you get put into the portal. Somebody's going to jump on you and try to recruit you into their little shindig, also known as Alliance, and that determines the songs that we do. I think we're okay. Something happened on the Twitterverse. Twitterverse is all good. Hey! Trump just tacoed over Iran. Glorious news. I think he did, and I also think that he's like close to co-signing their 10 demands. So we went from a nuclear holocaust to maybe we can end this little kerfluffle here. All right, guys. Speaking of trying to find good reasons to be happy, check this out. This right here is the Rock of Ages. They've got 4 songs for you beautiful people today as a result of being Alliance members. See, it pays to be a winner, dear listener. It pays to be in the Alliance. Okay, so let's check this out. We've got a lot of ground to cover and not a lot of time to do it, so let's check this out. Song numero uno. It's by this band called Fu Manchu. I guess that's the name of the band, Fu Manchu. Let's see what folks are saying about it. The winner of Rock of Ages Summer 25 free-for-all poll was Californian stoner rocker band Fu Manchu with the title track from their 6th album, King of the Road, which was released in the year 2000. This pick was by yours truly. This song was in my running list when I did my first half marathon. Oh, snap. Okay, well, if that was on the list when you were doing a marathon, then it is definitely hype music. I might have to take it for when we work out. I don't have my buddy Ben here with me. Timestamp is 5:45 if anyone's keeping track. Here we go, guys. Song number 1 by the great band Fu Manchu. King of the Road is the name of this song. King of the Road. Let's see what happens here.
The universe will last, tell me where to go. White lines
Negative? Who picked this song, Negative Vibes? Was it you, Negative Vibes? Hold on, let me check. Let me check my Trello board of destiny here. Whoever it was, I'm going to submit a request to get you booted from the village. I hate this song with a passion. Ugh. Okay, here's what happened. You came and told me that you were like running marathons and ish to this song. So I'm thinking it's about to be some Iron Maiden. It's about to be some real ignorant riffage. No. We got a generic riff. It was okay. And, it was blah. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. It was blah. It was blah. Like, the king of the road, you're moving too slow. Like, yeah, okay. Like, I don't know, guys. I wasn't feeling it, man. I wasn't feeling it. Especially, like, as an intro opening song. I was going to tell you who it was until you said that. Who was it, Archero? Tell me who it was. Hopefully I'm not crushing somebody's hopes and dreams. But, it was a terrible song. I hated the hell out of the song. I did think, though, at the beginning, it started off with a whole bunch of promise. See, the problem was, as soon as I heard, I'm listening to this to prep for my marathon, as soon as I heard that, I was like, oh my God, this is going to be an Iron Maiden song where you're just... And I kind of started at the beginning, and then it just kind of died down on me. Just died down on me. Like, it's yeah. If you listen to Devin Townsend and still think demonic, I can't help you. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Devin Townsend's a little bit, devil. Coincidence? I mean, literally, if you just switch out the L for the N, you get devil, right? Instead of Devin. So, do what you will with that, my brother. Oh, shoot, it was Misery Biz. You can't kick out Misery Biz. Holy shit. Well, it was an okay song. Seeing as how it was Misery Biz, I thought it was like, I could have sworn it was Negative Vibes. I thought Negative Vibes was, whatever. But, yeah, I mean, I probably would have rated it differently. But like I said, I was waiting for, like, the Iron Maiden type energy where, like, yo, I want to run a marathon. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. All right, let me look at some of these. The lyrics I thought were pretty impressive, actually. The universal eyes all tell me where to go. White line moving, million miles an hour, head first and alone. Sounds like Damien. Illuminati confirmed. Exactly. Whoever you are, Twilight Sun animist. Okay. So let's look at some of these lyrics, right? So he's talking about the universal eyes tell me where to go while I'm moving slow. Okay, so that I'm assuming is the traffic markers, the traffic lights, right? And they're kind of like universal wherever you go, and then they tell you, they kind of like direct you, basically. They channel you into traffic. So I really like that, like from the starting point of Go, because it almost like deifies the cameras, and you're kind of like in this world where like, oh, you've got universal eyes looking at you, all the rest of it. So the universal eyes tell me where to go. White line moving slow. So that is the white lines of the road, right? The street. So like, it's. I'm assuming that when he's writing this, he's like at a stop sign at a, like the driver's like stopping at a stop sign or whatever, and he's just like writing what he sees, like the lights are kind of universal eyes and they're telling you where to go, and then you're looking out the road. I mean, that is actually one of the biggest things that surprised me when I got backstage or became friends with these bands, and really seeing how much of a toll that constantly working outside of your city, constantly being on a bus, the toll that it takes on these guys. You initially, when I was younger, I was like, oh my God, like the rock star lifestyle is crazy. You're in a different city every day. All you're doing for work is music. You get to go up and walk around, do whatever, and then you get to go up there and play. And I'm like, damn, like that sounds like the life. Like as soon as you get like hooked up with rock music and you start like you get a instrument or whatever, and you start playing and dreaming, like it sounds like the best thing ever in the world. But then it starts to take a toll on you. You don't know anybody familiar. Nobody knows you. The food is kind of crappy. You know, like you don't have human contact as far as like people that know you like consistently throughout. And so it's like it was really interesting watching the dynamics. Like the last time we were back there, and like you could tell that they really appreciated consistent people who they could look to. Like, so I get texts from these guys, like very big bands, and they'll tell you when they're in town because that human connection thing is really, really important to them, and trying to find a way where it's like, okay, these people, like, they're my actual friends outside of all this shit. It's very, very hard for them. So that is something where, like, this is probably, like, lyrically speaking, one of the better ways I've seen it, because it's a little bit more subtle, but it's still there. Because if you look at it, it says white line moving slow, right? After you just got told about the stop signs or whatever. Million miles an hour head first and alone. All I got is tuck and roll all through my head. It's happening over again. Under 40 is UFO. So under 40 is UFO. I don't understand what that line is. That's probably some sort of internal code for something that I just don't get. Hell bent, stacked in rolls, the galaxy is lined up with hundreds more. Unless he's talking about like actual real UFOs or whatever. That is possible. Laughing at the notion of a signal light. Knew we'd gone too far. No one knew what happened, but it seemed all right. We quickly jumped in the car. All through my head, it's happening over again. King of the road says you're moving too slow. So, yeah, it just looks like life on the road. It's not as glamorous as people think it is. It's actually a pretty lonely way to live, actually. And it's kind of a weird dynamic because on the one side, it's a really lonely way to live. But on the other side, you have your bandmates and they're all in this like constricted area with you. The problem is that that's the problem, right? So it's like people like on top of you in your face for 3 months straight. You're going to get angry. You're going to get upset. You're going to have enough of them. But then on the other side, it's not like you can hang out with another group of friends and be like, oh, I'm so tired of what this guy's doing. So it creates a really lonely type of environment. Even if you're around a bunch of people, you still end up feeling truly alone because you can't express the fact that you hate being on top of everybody to the people you hate being on top of. Like, that ain't going to work. So, it's really, really interesting stuff. Big Bash Bosch says, look up Devin Townsend Project. The devil likes jazz and classical. Satan is said to be beautiful, not a big red horn thing. He wears a suit, if anything. Yeah, I agree with you, buddy. I agree with you 100%. But you got to admit, Devin and Devil, I mean, it's one letter. Just saying, it's just one letter. I don't know. Maybe there's something there. Maybe I'm Candace Owens. I don't know. Okay. So having said that, I'm going to give this one a solid 6.5. 6.5 for this one. 6.5, dear listener. We are coming back with more goodness for you beautiful people. More goodness. We're getting right into it with the metal. All right, guys. Song number 2. Song numero uno. Hey, Benji, let's go with 5:45 for timestamp 1, okay? 5:45 for song 1. Song 2 is going to be 19:45, okay? All right, here we go, guys. Here we go. Did you guys know, this is some really good information. Did you guys know that Devin Townsend was a vegetarian? No, a vegan? Even more proof that he's of the devil. This is even more proof. Thank you very much, Bing, for helping me in my ministry exposing these people. All right, guys, here we go. Song number two. Let's check out the intro first, shall we? Way back, other alliances did a collab of essential bands to their respective genres. This time, Rock of Ages had their own with essential pioneer bands of subgenres of rock. That's interesting. That was a mouthful. Commonly, two bands are considered to be the most influential for the birth of the stoner rock genre. Here we go. Sleep, which you've reacted to already, and Kyuss. Somebody tell me how to pronounce that word, because I don't think I'm enunciating it properly. And Kyuss. Finally, we'll get you to react to Kyuss with their song Gardenia from their third album, Welcome to Sky Valley from 1994. This pick was from yours truly. I think that might be Negative Vibes, or it might be Misery Biz. I'm not sure. What's up, A? Good to see you, baby. Good to see you. Glad you love the content. More of that on the way. More of that on the way. More of that on the way. All right, guys. Here we go. Song. Oh, Kyuss. Oh, okay. So Kyuss. Kyuss is how you would pronounce it. Kyuss. All right, good. This is Kyuss. Here we go. Song number two, guys. Kyuss, Gardenia. You guys already heard it. Y'all know what it is. Let's go. More proof. More proof. Thank you, Bruce. I like this. This riff so far.
One blow till I take you down, I take you down. One smoke and your head spins around and around. Won't make a million tracks that never lands. An old dress road queen mama you've never seen. You got power and motor. She's a burning fuel. Push it over, baby. We're making love unto you. I'm talking to God and more. It up and above my head. Smell my feet eating green on the skin of my world. 666 miles per hour. Keep up purring motor. Engines are burning fuel. Push it over, baby. We're making love.
Yo, who's this guitarist? Who's the guitarist? Somebody let me know who that guitarist is. 70s movies. Like a cop movie. Yo, okay. I like this one a lot better. Motherfucker. Okay, this one I liked a lot better. I love the riffage. I don't know who that guitarist is, but apparently it's a dude from Queens of the Stone Age, which I'm pretty sure is a big band. I don't know if they're big now, but they were a big band. So for sure. Yeah, Mikey, I got your text, buddy. For sure. Yeah, okay, so this band, I never heard of them before. The name Kyuss is Dungeons and Dragons reference, if I recall correctly. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Okay, yeah, so this band was really, really good. The riffage was really dangerous. Like, that could have been, if they wanted to, they could have totally, like, made a heavy metal song out of this song. Because, like, the riffs were solid. They were hard. I guess, I don't know who said this. I think it was Negative. That they ran their guitar lines through bass amps so that they can, you know, sound thicker or whatever. That is such an interesting decision. I got this amp, and the amp has a bass setting, like where you put stuff through on the bass. And there are actually segments of songs where, like, the atmospheric stuff actually sounds a lot better. What's up, Tasco? The atmospheric stuff sounds a lot better, you know, through the bass stuff, using it sparingly. But they did it for the entire song, which I think is crazy. But I really like the guitar lines, and like I said, if they wanted to make this like one of the heaviest, craziest metal songs, they could have, because that riff pattern was crazy. It was really, really good. What year did this come out, though? What year did this band and this song come out? Must have been pretty early, because I guess this guy dropped this band to go into Queens of the Stone Age. Okay, lyrically, I actually think lyrically we're actually talking about similar things here from the previous songs, but let me see in completion. This is another Misery Biz pick. Okay. One blow till I take you. One blow till I'll take you down. I'll take you down. One smoke and your head spins round and round. Chrome mags, a million drags, it never lags. And the old transport queen mama you've never seen. Hey, what's up, Tasco? 1994. Okay, so this was out. Okay. Well, I would say that this band's a little bit ahead of their time, it looks like to me. Because I was tasting even some Korn riffage in that one. And they couldn't have been copying from Korn in 1994. So, shout out to them. Hair a purring motor, and she's a burning fuel. Push it over, baby. We're making love unto you. So we're talking about the car. So we're anthropomorphizing the car as a female. Okay, I'm tracking. And we're making love unto you. Okay, that makes sense. Power booster. I'm talking to God and more. Crank it up and above my head. Smell my shit-eating grin on the skin of my world. 666 miles per hour. Well, that's a pretty intelligent way of saying you're riding with the devil. 666 miles an hour. Man, the Bible has given unbelievers so much wonderful coding. It's like you guys should send us a royalty check. You know that the Iranians have all these demands for reparations. You guys need to send Christians a royalty check for all the literary device we gave you, beautiful people. Where would you guys be without 666? Holy smokes. Okay, so the homeboy is going 666 miles per hour. Here a purring motor, and it's burning fuel. Push it over, baby. We're making love. That could be a double entendre, like, because there might be some Bonnie and Clyde action happening here with these people, where it's like, pull over, like we're really gonna do some shit. It's like you're making love to the car, okay? But he's also talking about pulling over, because like, oh, you know how girls are, like, when you start, like, doing some, like, illegal shit, and they're with you, when you start doing illegal shit, and then they feel like they're bad, and they feel like they're cool, because, oh, look, I'm doing illegal shit. Maybe that's just a me and sorry thing. But here's a clue for you guys. Like, there's a certain type of girl that, like, really likes doing illegal shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they get... You understand? Of course, if you get caught doing the illegal shit, then it's not going to go for good for you that night. But if you can accomplish some illegal shit and not get caught, girls really like it, especially when they participate. All right, I'm digging myself into a whole year. So, all right. All right, so get back a rolling. Okay, so he does whatever he needs to do with Shorty. Then he goes, get back, got to get back a rolling, got to get back a rolling, get back, we got to get a rolling. Okay, so it's not a lot of mystery here. So it's basically a Bonnie and Clyde type situation where it's like, yo, like, hey, we're gonna do a lot of craziness. Okay, cops are gonna chase us, whoever's gonna chase us. It doesn't matter. We got each other. Pull over to the side. Get in a little bit. Get back on the road. We're good to go. Hey, what's up? I don't know who you are. Give me the different name. You got a different name? Yeah, so girls, they like it when you break the law, and then you break the law when they break the law with you. That's as much as I could legally say. Okay, so I really love that. Now, the shoegazing aspect of the middle part could have been 30 seconds lower or less. I didn't understand the middle part, but I don't care, because overall the song was really truly badass. So there you go, Misery. So first song I didn't like. The second song I liked a lot, because this was kind of like, I like to listen to bands that came out around 92, 94, because I'm such a big Korn kid, that I like to listen to the bands that were around that specific time period. Hey! What's up, Red? Good to see you, baby. So I like listening to bands from that time period because I'm like, okay, this is what metal sounded like before Korn just came in and took over. So like that period of time is like really important to me in metal because one, a lot of people don't really talk about it a lot. Franco in the house, what's up, baby? People don't talk about that little period in metal a lot. They basically go from like the Cobain generation to the new metal generation. But like the music around, and to be honest with you, I don't really like the music around that time. Like to me, it's like it was getting bogged down. It was getting repetitive. Like you had Nirvana, and then you had you had those grunge people, and they were okay, but it spawned a whole bunch of, and grunge is a really reserved style. Like it doesn't give you that emotional payoff as like old school Metallica would or whatever. And it's just like listening to the music at that time period, it's like, okay, like it just looked to me like there was a lot of saturation with kind of grungy plaid music that wasn't really going anywhere. And then that set the stage for a guy like Korn, for a band like Korn to just come in and crush everything. And they did. But like I said, like the music at that time, like it seemed to me like music like hits a wall, like in that kind of period, and then Korn kind of like broke everything out, and we took it from there. But so as far as like, this was a very, very early kind of version of that style, but I definitely saw like elements of what Korn ended up doing in this band. But I just thought the riffage was so crazy. The riff pattern, especially like that opening riff pattern, that's a crazy riff. And that's one of the things I appreciated about nu metal. Like when they had a really, really good riff, they would just center the entire song around it because you're only playing for 3 minutes. So like that intro riff was crazy. Like that main riff that they used was a crazy riff, and like they were making it heavy because of the motion and not necessarily because of the chunk, which is kind of hard to explain like what I mean by there. But like that's kind of what I'm thinking about when I'm like listening to this song. This would have been like one of the few non-Korn songs that I would have liked even from that time period. And there's not a lot of them from that time period that I would have liked. I didn't like a lot of that. I'm not say I didn't like the grunge stuff, because during Grunge Week we had a lot of Pearl Jam was the other one. Like Pearl Jam was they had a grunge band, very distinct vocalist. Then you had Nirvana, and then you had Alice in Chains. Which to me, like that's all you need for that entire period. You just need those 3 bands for that entire period. But it spawned like 58 million bands, and none of them could do what Pearl Jam could do, or what Nirvana could do, or you know what I'm saying? Like, or what Alice in Chains is going to do. Like, those vocalists were so unique and so different that, yeah, they all were in the same genre, but they were bands like that could stand on their own. But when you try to make a million of these guys wearing plaid, eventually it becomes saturated, and the shit was boring, man. It's just boring. I usually don't like songs from like the 91, 92, 93 era, but I did like this one. 9.2! 9.2 for this one. This is a song of the night. What's up, Reverend Stephen Amore? I don't think I'm pronouncing your correctly. Yeah, Chris Cornell, another one, right? Vocally, but these are like gigantic, people that we're talking about here. Like you had to be that kind of, like that level to be talked about outside of the grunge era, right? For you to be talked about outside of your era, that really means that you're like a 1%er band-wise, and like. We're still talking about those people. We've forgotten about 90% of the other grunge bands that came out during that time period. You know what I mean? So, 9.2. I really, really like this song a lot. So there you go, Misery Biz. That's a makeup for not liking your other song. By the way, guys, we're halfway through this stream. But tomorrow we have a movie. Yes, a movie. Director Franco has a movie. We are still discussing what time that movie is going to be released, when we're going to watch it together. But that is coming up mañana, tomorrow, on a Wednesday. Yeah, Kyuss didn't have nearly that type of renown at the time. That's exactly right. That's it. Like they were different enough from the grunge people to make their own little niche, but they were not extreme enough to kind of stand on their own like Korn was. You know, like Korn came with something really, really unique to break the monotony of the grunge stuff. 9.2, dear listener, 9.2. We're going to be watching one of the greatest movies of all time tomorrow night. I don't know how you know that, because I didn't even get the name of the film yet. You guys must be colluding against me. You guys must try to be impeaching me. You must be trying to impeach me, which that's kind of looking really good right now. Okay, guys. Let's go to the next song. Song number 3. Let's see what the people had to say about it. Song numero 3. You should have seen the chat on Saturday night when we were waiting to watch the movie. Did Vinny get whacked? Well, I'm not going to say that. All right. I saw the Civilization Will Die tweet just before I went to sleep. First time I've prayed in years. Glad I woke up to a ceasefire. Yeah, bro. Everybody stopped when they saw that one. It's like, holy smoke. All right, guys, let's check this out. Here's the intro for song number 3. From the big homie Negative Vibes Our Picks playlists. Members voted Los Angeles-based alt-rock post-grunge band Failure with their song Atom City Queen for you to react to. As with ROA's custom, the playlist maker gets to tell why the winning song was important to them and why they chose the song to be in their playlist. Here is Negative Vibes' comment. Failure is one of those bands everybody finds out through some odd connection or other. In my case, it was A Perfect Circle covering a Failure song, which is pretty interesting, in that Failure regularly worked with guitarist Troy Van Leeuwen, who was in both bands at one point or another, and Queens of the Stone Age too. Holy smoke, this guy's he's everywhere. Failure's been around for a long time in the indie, rock, and grunge scene during the early to mid-90s with a couple masterpiece albums right up there with Nirvana. I don't know about that. Right up there with Nirvana. The tracks of theirs that I picked for my R Picks list is from their first album after a 19-year hiatus. It's pretty emblematic of their noisy style, featuring guitar lead that is dragged, kicking and screaming through the main melody and joy. All right. I got through that intro. Here we go, guys. This is Failure. Failure is the name of the band. I am not saying it about you. I'm saying it about the band. Don't be angry at me. Failure. Here we go. Atom City Queen. Let's do it. This specific part, with the dad, I feel like I've heard that before, like in a movie somewhere. For all you young kids, when they used to do movies in the 90s, this is the kind of shit that you'd hear in the background for like the promo or the trailer or whatever they used to call it. Yeah, so we can start at the beginning again. It's just very, very fascinating. Timestamp is 44:45. Ben. Yo, what date? What date is that? Did that song come out? What date? What year did that song come out? Holy smokes! This is another one. This was very. I feel like you said that this was recent, so I'm gonna go with it. But I feel like I've heard that noisy kind of thing, and then the intro. Like, I feel like I've heard that before, but I guess I haven't. I don't know. Are you? I love the way this song ended. It was very, very heavy. 2014. Okay, I was thinking that this was like in the 90s or something, because you talked about how long the band's been around. That was definitely freaking heavy. That's the heaviest song of the night so far. And you guys know me. You guys know I love the heavy shit. All right. It seems that we had like a common theme a little bit as far as like what we're talking about here. Atom City drowns, all the engineers sleep in sound. Tourists and telescopes line the dawn. Plastic toy shapes keep hanging on. I had enough, I tried, I had enough, I shot it down. One more paralyzed dream falling. Okay, that to me, Angra is another great one. That to me is... looks like it's talking about something that actually happened, though. Like some seismic event happened, because it says Atom City drowns, all the engineers sleeping sound, tourists and telescopes light the dawn, plastic toy shapes keep hanging on. I had enough, I tried, I had enough, I shot it down. One more paralyzed dream falling. From bed you hear the countdown, to nothing, the only sound. You're beating insides, you can't outrun the growing distance, the twisting sun. We won't always move so slow. All these cruel things we should know. One more dream, Atom Eyes. One more dream, all the lies. One more dream, Atom Queen. One more dream. So it looks like... first of all, it looks like this sounds like it's coming from a concept record. Right? This looks like concept album stuff to me. Because we're talking about a countdown. We're talking about people lining with telescopes. It looks like they're trying to look at something, and then something gets shot down, and because of that, it catalyzes something that's going to result in the destruction of the city, which makes sense because it says Atom City drowns is in the beginning. So it looks like this is some sort of a sci-fi concept record. Negative. Is this a concept record? Am I right? Most of their material is very concept heavy. Okay, perfect. All right. I love when I guess those things accurately. Good. Okay, so there's some cataclysmic event that's happening with this place called Atom City. It appears that shooting this thing down, it looks like there's some sort of UFO action happening. You shoot down the UFO, and that's going to catalyze some sort of flood type situation. Hence, Atom City is going to drown. I wonder if Atom, A-T-O-M, Atom City, is also... does double work for Atom, A-D-A-M, meaning like humanity. You know what I'm saying? Like the city of humanity, Atom City. Atom City can also be a nod to, nuclear shit. Right? Like Atom City, we respond by a nuclear bomb or something like that. I don't know, but there's a lot of things that could be happening with Atom City. The album this came out on is called The Heart is a Monster. That is a really good title. Is there any kind of sci-fi stuff happening here? But like right here, it says, from bed you hear the countdown, to nothing, the only sound. You're beating insides, you can't outrun the growing distance, the twisting sun. So it looks to me like I wonder why, considering the advent of like IMAX tech and everything, why we haven't had a really good disaster movie. Anybody wonder that? Why isn't there like a... Dude, in the summer, there was one stretch in the late 90s into 2000s, dear young person, where every summer we got this incredible disaster movie. and it's like horrible things are happening, and then the main characters have to make these horrible decisions, and there's always like one old couple that either refuses to leave and the volcano takes them, or they refuse to leave and they get swept away by the flood. There's always this thing, or the mom is giving away the daughter, and she survives, but the mom gets taken away in a flood. There are all these like horrible, eventualities that happen because it's a disaster movie. Where is the modern disaster movie? There should be one, right? Considering all the shit that's going on in the world and all the technology we have, we should have like the most amazing disaster movie of all time getting made. And maybe that's being made as we speak, but to me it's like, if there was ever a time for like a real existential, like we've got to think about what we're gonna do, it should be this time period. We should have a disaster movie every 3 months. I guess the reason we don't have disaster movies every 3 months anymore is because we have a disaster almost every day, considering the situation currently where we are politically. I'm not even taking any sides. I'm just saying, like, we've been in a disaster movie. It seems like. So let me try to be more compassionate to our generation. We are writing our autobiographical disaster movie right now, Sadakta. It's so freaking true. That's why I caught myself. Like, how come we don't have a lot of disaster movies? It's because reality is too disastrous. See, that'll let you know. Actually, I think I answered my own question, actually. The reason we don't have disaster movies is because when we did have disaster movies, life was so good for Americans that we basically had to say, well, let's make something up, right? Life was so good for us that we were so bored with reality that we had to come up with a disaster movie. Right now, the reality is so horrible that there's no necessity for coming up with a disaster movie because we're in one. And Hollywood realizes that we want escape, not more disasters. So there you go, guys. That to me is like the biggest takeaway from this entire song is that, like, the fact that we no longer have disaster movies indicates that, to some degree, that we are currently living in a script of a freaking disaster movie. And you get breaks, but it seems like it's a never-ending show of just straight-up disaster. From bed, you hear the countdown to nothing, the only sound you're beating inside you can't outrun. See, that's one of the reasons I'm, like, calling for disaster movies. Jason never scared me. Friday the 13th, that never scared me. Freddy Krueger never scared me. I don't know why, but for some reason, I just knew instinctively these things aren't real. And plus, I just had it in my head. That, if a serial killer tried to kill me, that he would be unsuccessful because I would take it. Like, you're a kid, right? Like, I'm a kid, so I was never afraid of that stuff. Never. But the disaster movies, which were really given to invoke, excitement or pity, those movies would scare me. Like, there was one, I don't know if it was a volcano one or whatever, but anyway, this guy got caught on a bridge, basically. They told him not to go on the bridge, but he went on the bridge anyway, and everything collapses, and then the thing, like, capsizes like this. So the guy is, like, basically crawling up the remnants of the bridge. So, like, it's straight up, and, like, he's at the top, and, like, you get this 360 camera pan, and then it pans to the main character. So him and the main character are making eye contact. He's at the top of this thing, and it's just basically that in the water, and you see this gigantic wave coming this way, and then the guy is just, like, looking at the girl, and you could tell that she knows that he knows it's gonna be over for him. Like, it's over for him. And I'll just never forget that look, man, of like somebody understanding the inevitability of their own death and not wanting it to happen. Like, that terrified me. Because to me, I was like, yo, that could really happen. You know? I always ask my mom about, like, what is our plan in case there's a flood here? Or what is the plan in case this happens? What is, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the shit that used to really, really terrify me as a kid. So, like, this song, like, kind of, like, brought up that claustrophobia. When he was talking about, like, being in the bed and waiting for the countdown, it kind of brought up a lot of claustrophobic sort of, like, yo, because I remember that one scene from that volcano movie. I don't remember anything else about that movie except for that one scene. And now that I'm talking about it, I think that that is probably the main thing that really destroyed me as a kid over 9/11. Is when I started seeing people jumping. Yeah, I think that that's what really messed me up about it. Because I thought to myself, for them to do that, that means they knew their lives were over. And they didn't want to die, they wanted to live. But they got faced with a horrible, horrible decision to make. And like I said, like, that is really what did it for me. Like, that's when I was completely captured. Emotionally and psychologically. At that point, the government could have done and said anything, and I would have just point and click, tell me where, tell me who. I don't need to know who did, I don't need to know why they did it, but I need to know who. Because, yeah, it really did. It really triggered that feeling that when I watched that movie, it was the only thing I was afraid of, was some gigantic natural disaster where people end up in a situation where they're going to die. They know they're going to die, and you just have this final look and, you know, whatever. And, like, seeing those people make that decision, it was just not something I was able to get over, you know. So, yeah, this one is huge. Very, 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 very big. I'm going to give this one... Nowadays, it's like aliens invading, meteor impacts. Bro, I just yanked my 6-year-old neighbor out of her car. Just tell the meteor we're all cool here. Yeah, I mean, it's true. It's true, you know. The American people are under so much pressure in so many different, like, intersecting circles that... Yeah, we don't have the time to really think about, like... Again, this is one of the reasons we don't have disaster movies, right? I think we've both discovered that disaster movies are for cultures that are doing so well that they have to imagine adversity. So there you go. I mean, Oppenheimer was the last disaster movie, I guess, but I mean, it's a completely different kind of disaster movie. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm rambling. Sorry for the long review, guys, but this just kind of went everywhere. I really liked the song. I liked what it was doing. The only thing I dislike about reviewing concept records is that every single time, no matter how good or bad the song is, I will always want to, like, listen to the thing now, like, from start to finish, because I want to know how the things ended up. How did you introduce these characters? How did they end up? Like, I want to know that. So that's, maybe we'll get more people that'll ask about this band, and so we can just, like, keep going through it. Maybe we'll figure it out. This one's gonna get a 9.8. Song of the night for me. We got one more song left. One more song left. Ben, are you there, baby? Are you there? All right, guys. We got one more song. This was a 9.8. 9.8 for me. We got one more song coming from the mind of these beautiful people. Let's see what they have to say about song numero cuatro. Song number 4. Song number 4, dear listener. Here we go. Our winner of post rock and roll poll was We Lost the Sea, A Dance with Death. This band was formed in 2007. They're from Sydney, Australia. Yay! Shout out to the big homie Tasco. I'm pretty sure Tasco is from there or he's a Kiwi. I'm not sure. We need Vin and Sori to experience Pink Floyd's The Wall. I'm pretty sure we did The Wall. And then Sori did like this giant art thing. No, it wasn't The Wall. It was the other one with the prison. I'll hit her up tonight and see what she says about that one. And by the way, she's very happy and touched to hear you guys are asking about her. I told her a million times. I'm like, yo, these people like they wouldn't watch the show if it wasn't for you. She's like, ah. So anyway, if you mean to say hi, I will communicate that to her. Okay, our winner of post rock poll was We Lost to See a Dance with Death. Band was formed in 2007. They're from Sydney, Australia. The song is from their 5th album, A Single Flower, which was released on July of this year. I was trying to find the lyrics. I looked for like 10 minutes, couldn't find them. So we're going to have to do our best with what we have, dear listener. Here we go. We Lost to See a Dance with Death, a new single. Let's check it out now. A 1:05:15 is the start time, Ben. This build up. Go! Let's freaking go! Hard, man! Woo-hoo-hoo. Man, what is the name of this band? Hold on, guys. Give me a second. What's the name of this band, bruh? What the hell is the name of this band, bruh? Who are these people? Somebody tell me who this band is. Unbelievable. Okay, that was an instrumental. That was an instrumental that was more than 10 minutes. But I'm going to ask you guys a genuine question. Can you honestly tell me that it felt like a song that spanned more than 10 minutes long? Did that feel like 10 minutes or did it feel like 5? Because I could tell you very clearly, I experienced that as like a 5-minute song. Like it was absolutely, it was an incredible song that I don't think people understand how incredible it was. First of all, it was essentially a play in 3 acts. I'm not, you guys probably, but there was like a movement, the first chunk, then you had that little gap, and then it goes into more contemplative sort of minor chord stuff, very beautiful sounding, and then it transitions back to that third act or that third part of the epic where it's just this flurry, and it ends on a real high note relative to the riffage and just the other stuff. It was incredible. Really, really good post rock. I'm glad, because I said, I was looking for the lyrics, I couldn't find it, and then somebody said, oh, it's an instrumental. So, got me in the right space to know, from the beginning, this is an instrumental. And so, they did such a good job, but it was basically a play in 3 acts. And somebody said something that really got my eye. I was trying to screenshot it. Right here. Lots of musical storytelling helps make up for the lack of lyrics. That is such a profound thing. I don't think people understand. It's so funny because when you get into guitar and you really start trying to not necessarily look at theory, but one of the things that shocked me when I was really learning guitar was my friend used terminology like phrasing. So there's a terminology called phrasing in guitar, right? And I'm like, what do you mean by phrasing? And he's trying to explain it well, how you have a paragraph and you have words and this rhymes with that and all the rest of it. So he's trying to explain to me how phrasing works on guitar. And the larger issue for me, and he did a good job explaining it, but the larger issue for me, I was like, holy shit, this instrument, you can speak with this instrument. You can talk with this instrument. I think the person who encompasses phrasing the best to me is Dimebag Darrell. Dimebag Darrell, to me, when I listen to his guitar work, it sounds like he is saying what the singer is saying. The way that he does the music, the guitar has just so much freaking attitude that it's yo, the guitar is saying something. And this, when Negative said that, it brought it in perfect perspective, exactly what I was thinking about myself. I was yo, this guy, the phrasing with this guitar, what they're doing instrumentally, sonically, they are speaking, they are telling a story, even if, and it's kind of weird because it's there's a lot of times when I'll hear a song and I know I love the song, but I don't have any idea what the singer is saying because he's doing the Cookie Monster thing. And you've got especially me, the instinct to oh, let me just go and find on Google what the guy is saying. Eventually what I started doing was I started replacing what I was hearing with just words that I made up in my head. Right? And so it's I'd hear this crazy metal song and the guy starts talking and I'm going over the song in my head, but it's all my lyrics, right? When I listen to this song, it kind of has a similar effect in that, how do I say this? Obviously there's no lyrics there, but the song is so coherent and it's so coherently structured that I kind of make stuff up as I go along, right? I'm making the stuff as I go along, and then boom, like I'm at the end of the song. So it's like you have to kind of, if you're gonna put lyrics in this music, you kind of have to like insert your own lyrics and just go along with what you hear. And what I'm saying is there really isn't much difference in my experience between listening to a Cookie Monster metalhead guy, right, and then like not knowing what he's saying, but like replacing it with my own words, and listening to it where it's an instrumental where you have to include your own words if you're going to put lyrics in it in the first place. My point is, this is a really, 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 really good song that I really loved. The movie tomorrow is not going to be Freddy Got Fingered starring Tom Green. Well, it might be. I don't know. But I would be very surprised if Mikey told you that before he told me. Which he's allowed to do, I guess. But, I mean, what the hell? I really, really like this song. I don't know if I'm going to make this a song of the night. I don't want to like take away credit from a band that had great lyrics. But the ability, I don't know, the ability to tell a story in 3 acts without a single lyric. That's a skill set by itself. That's a category by itself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to give credit where it's due for the lyricism. All right, type 22. Type 22 if you agree that this should be the song of the night. Type 15 if my other song should be the other song of the night. Ben looks like he's like really pushing for this one to be song of the night. I enjoyed it. The only reason I'm not saying it is because like I don't want to be like a prisoner of the moment and be like, oh, it's the last one I heard, so that's the song of the night. But at the same time, this was such a good instrumental. I don't know. What do you guys think, man? See, 22. The instrumental spoke volumes, 22. See, if Ben is saying it, Archiro's saying it, and then you had Kyuss as second. See, Kyuss was my song of the night. Screw it. I'm gonna have to give these guys a song of the night. Kyuss, you guys did a great job, man. You did a really, really good job. Love what you guys did, but this instrumental, man, it's one of the better instrumentals I've heard, and the fact that there really are 3 distinct. Oh, even Misery. Okay, the Misery Biz is saying it, and he's like one of the biggest music connoisseurs we have in the group. I mean, Misery's been across the board with stuff, so he's okay. It's okay. Now I got some credibility because if Misery Biz is saying it, if you're a new jack and you don't understand Misery Biz's grasp of music, just stick around. Maybe join his alliance. You'll see. I really like that Kyuss, but I think I'm going to go with the crowd here. I think I'm going to go with the crowd here and go with this last song. I think for me it's like, first of all, one of my tests is, are you going to listen to this song 5 minutes after you shut down the show? I've never told you guys this, but this has been like one of my big categories for giving like high scores is, am I going to listen to this song right after? That's one. And 2 is, am I going to listen to this song 5 minutes from after? So like the Blackening, that Orbit Culture song, that was a 5-minute song. Like right as we got done, I went and found the song, immediately started playing it. The Proto Men, I forgot the name of the song. Don't turn your back on the city. That's another one. This right here, I put at that level. I'm going to be listening to the song 5 minutes from when I shut down here. Like, I am going to be listening to that song. So that to me was kind of like the final push. Like, I'm gonna listen to that Kyuss song at some point in the future, definitely. But I'm definitely going to be listening to this song 5 seconds after the show is done. And so that's how I made the decision. So that's a song of the night. Kyuss, you guys are second. It's okay. It's all good. I don't know when we're doing the what time we're doing the movie. But we got a movie tomorrow. I don't know the time, and 8 p.m. Okay, there it is right there. Is 8 p.m. good? Okay, so we're going to go with 8 p.m. I do not know the title of the movie yet. But be on the lookout. I'll shoot another commercial with the title of the movie. But it's going to be 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, you beautiful people. Don't forget. Vin also wishes he could have listened to another new Lamb of God song tonight, though. I didn't know there was a new LOG song out. I'm always down to listen to those guys. They're like one of the best. I was listening to... it was 11th hour last night, actually. The dawn mistress of many beholden to none. My sweet demoness. Back at me ever again. As a result of the Great Leap Forward, 30 to 45 million people starved, and the Red Sparrows band made an instrumental post-rock about... Whoa! I would definitely be interested to cover that. Wow, that's insane. That's legit. That's legit. We did Bully a couple weeks ago from their new album. The title of the movie is Crossroads starting... The title of the movie will be Crossroads, starring one Britney Spears. Shout out to Britney Spears, shorty. I ain't mad at you like these people. Hey guys, this was really, really, really good. Really, really good. I will see you guys tomorrow at 8 p.m. And then on Thursday, we got another one of these alliances. So it's going to be back to back to back to back to back. Be there, be square. If we still have a country left. Considering. Much love to you, beautiful people.